Hi, this is Sherry Veronica. I received a urgent call from Patricia this morning. She says that she felt apprehensive. She felt as though she was being targeted. And she is here in the studio because I wanted to follow up on that, and she was quite busy. So here she is now, and she is going to tell you why she made that early morning call to me and how she's feeling now and why she felt the way she felt earlier today. Patricia, welcome into the studio.
Hi, Miss Veronica. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
It had to do when I went yesterday to the court to see Miss Knight, Magistrate Knight, the new magistrate that's there sworn in for the time being, to ask her why the police officers went to District D and not come to her court with the matter. So but her court finished about 5, so I told them I would come back. Now, I do not trust Constable Rock, nor the prosecutors in there. So they would have briefed the others on what I was trying to do. Now, this morning, I went to do a bottle round. I heard some bottles, like smashing or whatever. And then I was coming around the corner by Tina Pavasino's ex-husband, and I peeped through the bushes, and I see Anderson out there talking with Tina Pavasino's ex-husband. I gave you a picture of him.
Yes.
And then he had a weapon, one of the same ones I took a few days ago, to show Mr. Retired he was at a bottle place with it when he went to was sorting out his bottles. There's no need for him to walk in that. It's a big, I don't know what you call it, a big pipe. So then I just made a beeline and went home. I was rather upset about that. And so where did I go? I went to the supermarket. I went to the supermarket, and the manager, the white gentleman at Massey, was giving me this nasty look. Now, this is not the first time. One other time, he came right in front of me and looked directly at me, because he has policemen that works at Old Town working in his establishment and would have told him about me. So I said, give me this nasty look. I walk out now. And when I get to Bin and Bagel, I just stopped and was facing the road towards the main road. And I was talking to someone there by the fruit place for a few seconds. And I see the police car speeding up. And when they saw me stood up right there, they made a beeline by the car park at the Bin and Bagel and drove off. But had I gone, Miss Veronica, not stop there, and made a right turn to go home, that little area there, usually there's nobody out there. They would have just picked me up. Mm-hmm. But that was the intentions, because not only that, they tracked my phone. So I don't know the man at Massey, and there's a story behind that though. I don't know if he told them that I leave or whatever. And I know that for a fact they tracked my phone. So, it's getting ridiculous. So I am home now to take up, because I wanted to go to the magistrate court. But I'm still going. But I just informed Mr. Williams what time I'm going to be going down there. If they could have somebody present down there just for the observe. Because they know the lady there is a no-nonsense. She's a fair lady and a no-nonsense person. So they don't want me to see her. They don't want me for her to know what they did. And guess who's the sergeant? Sergeant Bowen. Sergeant Bowen is the same with the lady. That the day when they let Anderson go, Miss Anderson Calling go, she was the same one that worked. Now, if you looked at the video, I had sent back at Trent. The young man in there, there's a young man in there, there's two. One was the one that did the statement and in the video told the guy to Anderson to go ahead. Another one with curly hair, he was the one that came with another guy this morning to try to kidnap, to hold me. Mm-hmm. And he was also, last year before last, I had to tell Mr. Retired Commissioner All Williams, he was in plain clothes accepting illegal substance from an individual that's always in Second Street. And you could put up the photo of him, so people would know who he is and who was this person that came with another officer to try to hold me. But if the reason for that, the thinking that I missing my my bail conditions, don't forget I went the 17th of August 2023 at 9 a.m. and spoke to an officer in there. It's documented that I no longer have to come and sign in. So there's absolutely no reason to try to hold me. No reason whatsoever. It's just a continuous and the thing about it, not only Mr. Colin Anderson, I heard Dennis Small, aka Sluggy, is out.
Mm-hmm.
And those two individuals broke into the Jamaican lady place, and he's out. They never called her. They never called her to tell her, well, they are in custody, for to say, well, she wants her stuff, because she has nothing. If anybody goes to opposite, the medical center, the lady has nothing there to sell in. And she has a young kid. The kid probably has to go to school. And both times, Anderson and Sluggy, aka then David Small, stole her stuff. But there might be a story that needs the commissioner and them has to investigate pertaining to that, and why the police do not want to arrest them. So this is ridiculous. When does it stop? When does it stop? And then I sent you a voice note where I was held for half an hour.
Yes.
And the guy tried to lie. He lied and said, "Oh, I said, no, you're lying, because I waited and you never, and Sergeant Bowen." So I asked where the other top of they're not there.
Okay,
and
so
Sergeant
in
Bowen
all,
is a woman,
all
like me.
all in all, you are saying that because they do not respect you as a taxpayer. You've said that before. Not, you didn't say it in this particular interview, but you've said that before in another interview. They do not respect you as a taxpayer. They probably are confused by you have an accent that may not sound Barbadian-ish, so they may think that you're not even a Barbadian, and they just don't. Your rights are being infringed. Your rights are being infringed because of that classism that they have going on in Barbados. They have this thing about classism.
Yeah, look at you, Miss Veronica. I have already sent copies of my birth certificate. It says born in the Queen Elizabeth Hospital. I have my passport, ID card, everything. I sent to Mr. Williams. So do not let the accent. I'm telling people,
right.
Just seem to call me anonymously and told me I'm a scammer.
Oh, that should be a different show. That should be a different show.
That's another story.
Yes.
That's another story.
Yes.
So she said, oh, she knew me from young. I said, but how? And then she said to me, go back to my country. But I said to me, but how could I go back to my country? If you know me from young, you should know I was born here. When I was 2.5 years old, I went to live in St. Lucia. So why go back to my country and you say you know me from young? It doesn't make sense. But that's another story.
Yes. So
I'm pleading the officials to start taking legal actions against those individuals.
But all in all, what I'm trying to say is that you, at a core level, I think let me speak for myself. I think that they are not respecting you. I think that they do not respect you because they think, oh, she's nobody. And I think the fact that you are pushing and you're getting recognition, people are beginning to recognize your voice, your face. They're seeing you on Naked Departure, and they know that they know I do not look down on people. They know that if you come to me, I will let you talk on my show. Then the Asians know that. So know that you're getting that recognition. They don't know what to do with you. I think they don't know what to do with you.
Exactly. They don't know what to do with me because, but God always favors me. Whenever they try to do me something, always backfires on them. I always one step ahead of them. So far, one step ahead of them.
I just don't. I just don't want them doing.
It is wrong.
I don't. I
Not
don't
only that,
want.
Miss Veronica,
And
they have
people. But
young
let
officers
one
now they
second,
brought in there.
Patricia. 1 second. People are afraid, and I've been. People have. Well, some people have called me and said, "What you're doing with Patricia, you're gonna make her. You're gonna make her go back up to Dawes, and she's gonna go back up there, and what you're doing is exposing her." How do you respond to people being afraid for you?
No, they don't have to be afraid of me in
Not
that
of not
manner.
all of you afraid for you.
Yeah, they don't have to be afraid for me because when you, like I said, remember I said a quote from J. Michael Holler. There's no client as I can't remember the name, but remember it. But it will come to. But you know, I have never, to a certain extent, back down on things I know is to be right.
Mm-hmm.
When it is for not only me to help other people, I have never. And some of the comments in there, this Pabasino has like 4 or 5 fake emails making people believe it's other people that commenting.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I just saw her. If you see the comments, I did, but she thought I was in the, what do you call it?
Yeah, but I want you to stay focused. You're a bit scattered in this interview. You're scattered in this interview. I want you to bring yourself back now to the center of what you want to talk about. And like I said, people are afraid for you. You're telling people not to be afraid for you. I think that the people there in Whole Town do not see you as anyone because they have a way of segregating their citizens, like, oh, she ain't nobody, he ain't nobody, and blah. So I think they've put you in a category.
They use intimidation, and I think they've used intimidation on the young lady, so she's frightened to speak out. But they're using intimidation on people because even Rock have told people, oh, don't speak to her. I've heard it. I heard police say, oh, what are you doing it for? The people come back and tell me, the police said to them, what are you doing it for? Don't talk to her. It's like a threat. They're threatening the people so that, because, they're making the people afraid so that
But it goes back to what I'm saying, that they have put you in a category. They have already put you in their own category. So where do you go from here? Some days you're afraid to go out because you think they're gonna rearrest you. Some days you're afraid to go out because you're afraid that Anderson Collin may assault you. Where do you go from here?
I am more concerned about the police now. Anderson announced David Small, aka Sluggy, being out.
And well, Anderson is out too.
Because they're all out. The job is not finished, and he's still working with a weapon. He has another weapon. He doesn't need to be working with a weapon, and he's at the bottle place with a weapon. He doesn't need to be working with a weapon. Why are you working with another weapon? It is just sad. It is sad. And Miss Veronica, on the last note, the commissioner, retired commissioner, the commissioner, Mr. Richard Boyce, the Prime Minister, Motley, Mr. Gail Marshall, needs to act now. Because then I have no choice but to do what I said I was going to do. Or what? I will keep you. You will still get information. You will still do interviews. But I would have to invite the international media that I have had on standby for a long time, especially a lot of them from Canada, because that's where Pina Papasino is from.
Okay.
I would have to. I would have absolutely no choice. Let them see what's going on in Barbados. I know you're doing a lot. You're doing a really good job. You're doing a very good job. And the other media outlets are quiet. You're doing a very, very good job. But it is time. It would be now time because they continue trying to do these certain things to me. It's time now, what I would suggest to the AG, the commissioner, to all those people that have been there for years in a whole town police station, they need to really go. Because they have young ones bringing there now, and they're teaching the young ones the same thing. The same bad habits. You see how the young boy lied in the voice note?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The same thing they're teaching them. So they're not, it's not getting better. And the court system, the clerks are lying, the prosecutors are worse. Miss Christine Brooms, the other prosecutor, Mr. Rock, all those people needs to move. Because you have a good magistrate there now, Miss Knight. She's a fair magistrate, and she knows that she knows what probably they're capable of doing. So this has to stop, Miss Veronica. When does it stop? I will have to invite the international media.
Right.
I will do my interviews. I will have to invite the international media. This is much more exposure to.
Okay.
This needs to have more exposure.
Okay, so you've brought it home? That's it?
Yes, please.
Okay,
yes, thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. This is Sherry Veronica, Naked Departure Radio.